Yes. Alright. I'm gonna stand the whole time. All I see is, wait, what's the guy in the Superman outfit?
Alright.
Is it recording?
Yep.
It's blinking.
And we're counting down in
I'm blinking.
100,
You sure it's recording?
99, 98,
That a
97,
can?
96,
Mine just stays
95,
steady red.
94, 90.
Somebody smells like whiskey.
You sure it's on?
Yeah.
Why is it blinking?
Because mine blinks.
That's so weird.
It's recording.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Welcome to our first episode of Reveal and Squeal. That's the name we came up with, Reveal and Squeal. I am Christopher. This is Braden.
What up?
Braden. This is Jason. And this show is a bunch of grown men playing show and tell for no really good reason.
I'm leaving.
It's the best reason.
Well-
because we don't have one.
Right. Best reason whatsoever, like most of YouTube. So every episode, what we do is we have a theme, and each one of us will bring something secret that the other two don't know about that fits in with that theme. And it can be whatever interpretation we have of it, and we'll bring it out, show it to you, and then we'll tell you about why we brought it and what it is, where it came from, why it's destroying America, and whatever else is pertinent. It's our theme for this episode is
The Renaissance.
Renaissance, which I can't spell,
With 3 S's.
and neither can they.
I can't spell.
Actually, he might be able to spell it, but
I can spell it, unfortunately.
so
What is that creepy guy doing by a truck?
Renaissance was a very important period in history.
1800s.
It was a huge art movement.
Sexual?
As everything is with you.
Yes.
Yes. And lots of creativity, lots of flourish, lots of whatever. So,
The cotton gin.
let's get started with Renaissance.
Really?
Jason, what did you bring today?
I'm going first?
Yes. Let's have you go first. You are our inaugural presenter today.
Yes.
You were the first revealer.
Okay, so back in, I want to say about 8 years ago, maybe. I could have got my time wrong. I went to a Renaissance fair,
Okay.
and all
80
the
years ago?
I don't know. All the Renaissance people that were all dressed up in nice clothes, they all had these, and I was very impressed. So I had to get one too.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
The iPhone 3G. All the Renaissance people had them, and this was in battle. Look
What
at
does this do? Do you fight with it?
I don't know. It
or-
doesn't turn on anymore.
What is?
But look at this. It doesn't.
Mhm.
Look at the battle damage it had there in
Wow.
the
That
Renaissance
That looks like it's been
period.
struck by an axe.
Yeah, yes,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
And the damsel in distress must have been on the help me.
I can. May I?
Oh, yes.
Was that like a
Region?
codpiece?
I don't know. They just had it up to the ear talking to people.
It's
I don't know.
protected their ears.
So I'm not too sure what.
Did it protect their ear from cod pieces?
Maybe, yes. And clink, clink. All the Renaissance people had them. It's very authentic.
Ow! You didn't tell me I couldn't eat this.
Oh, it's not for eating.
Oh. Well, you got it at the Renaissance fair. I figured it was like a turkey leg or something.
So this isn't an
Excellent.
this isn't an educational program apparently, but
Just
that's,
wait.
That's fascinating.
Original box from back in the Renaissance.
That's got to be worth like 40, 50 cents.
Renaissance
1,000.
1800s.
And you can tell because of it says 3G.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so
I don't know what all
that
this means.
stands for 3,000 years ago.
That's
Right.
right.
that would be 3K.
English.
I'm not
old
good
English
with
right here. We
letters.
can't read serial numbers and stuff like that. UPC codes. Who knows?
Who knows? It's history.
All right,
It
next.
doesn't matter. I'll go next.
Okay.
I had a hard time with this one. The Renaissance.
Oh.
It's Renaissance.
Yeah.
So, are you texting people while we're having this
Absolutely not. I'm doing research.
Hey, you're a Renaissance. You have a Renaissance piece too.
I do.
Oh
So I went and looked up Renaissance and was reading lots of things about it, and I thought, well, what could I possibly bring to represent the Renaissance?
Excalibur.
Ew, it's leaking.
It's peeing.
What in the world? What is
It's
that?
alive!
It got scared and it peed on
Yeah, what is that?
Oh my god, what is that?
This is.
That looks like a troll's wiener cut up into slices.
I'm leaving.
This is a troll's wiener cut up into slices.
I'm leaving.
And no, this is banana flan
Oh man,
with rum.
banana flan, man.
Do they have bananas in the 1800s during the Renaissance period?
No, but they had iPhone 3Gs.
Oh,
So this was the iBanana.
The iMana.
iNana. So this was an actual dish that they made in the Renaissance. Probably not exactly like this because I used a microwave
And
for part
tin.
of it. And tin. But I don't know. I don't have a good sense of smell. What is this? How would you describe the smell?
Absolutely legendary.
Smells like my iPhone 3G. Renaissance.
So anyway, what this is milk chocolate and, well, not milk chocolate, just regular chocolate, and bananas, rum, sugar, butter, eggs, and we'll show a picture of that in a minute.
No.
And so we're all gonna try some.
All right, let's do this.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, out of all honesty, I was supposed to cook it again after I put the rum on there, but ran out of time, so I just poured a bunch of rum on top of it.
I'm about to get drunk.
Yeah.
Is it sweet?
It's chocolate and sugar, yeah. It's probably sweet, right?
It wasn't here for that
Boy,
part.
It's sweet.
I mean, I'm here to tell you, if
Wasn't
it's
here for that
sweet, I'll punch you.
Where? Here. Just try taste.
Renaissance-y.
The bananas are so soft that they almost taste like mushrooms. It's actually really good.
Besides the mint flavor, that's which is my fault. It's pretty good.
It's not what I thought it would taste like.
Tastes like an iPhone 3G.
It's actually really good, though.
It's more like a custardy, puddingy kind of
Yeah.
texture.
I think they would like to try some too.
How was that? Was it good? Excellent. I don't care if it wasn't good.
Leave us comments and tell us what you thought of that, if it tasted all right.
All right. I thought you were going to turn the comment section off. No, I'm just kidding.
That's somewhat of a taste of the Renaissance period.
Boom.
So that leaves us, no, that's later.
Oh.
So, we got one more for this episode.
Okay.
Renaissance period, what'd you bring us?
I'm not very good at describing things, so I'm kind of just going to tell you a little bit of what I learned in the past week about the Renaissance and the sexual positions of the Renaissance, what was cool, what wasn't,
They did
and
that.
what happened to people whenever they were caught doing these acts.
They did that in the 1800s? Well,
I didn't know people had sex in the 1800s.
Oh, so much. There
so
was
many
too
people
much
want to
sex
write
going on.
Renaissance wasn't the 1800s.
And I'll read you an excerpt. The church even dictated how you were supposed to have sex. Any other than the common missionary position, for example, was considered unnatural and therefore a sin. According to the church, the woman on top position, or entering her from the rear,
Are you going to insert pictures on here?
were not favored because they interfered with the natural order of male-female roles. Anal and oral sex were sins because they couldn't be practiced for pleasure, or they could only be practiced for pleasure, not procreation, which for the purists was the only purpose of sex.
Wow.
Punishments for those using deviant sexual positions could be very harsh. 3 years penance for the woman on top, and the same for both oral intercourse and sex a tergo, which is entering from the rear, which has generally been seen as the most sinful position with the possible exception of anal intercourse. Okay, so for a long time, people were burned at the stake. They were hung. I'm serious. This is true facts.
In what way?
Okay, I'll get to that. You gotta let me progress through my story, okay? So for a long time, people were being mutilated, things like that, because they were caught doing these acts. And these were the official ideas of the church, but some progressive theologians
I don't think that's
began
right.
to question these ideas. Albertus Magnus named 5 sexual positions and ranked them from most acceptable to least acceptable. Number 1, missionary. What up? Side by side, sitting, standing, and a tergo. Magnus said the missionary was the only completely natural position. The others were more morally questionable, but not mortally sinful. In certain situations, however, such as extreme obesity, which was really common, these other positions could not only be acceptable but even practical. So they knocked the fine down. You wouldn't have your genitals mutilated for doing this.
Braveheart.
Mutilated by an iPhone 3G.
Having a banana in your butt.
Wait, he just had it in his mouth.
Right here. The church began to prosecute sexual sinners in the 12th and 13th centuries. Sodomy was punishable by death, which could involve mutilation of the genitals, burning at the stake, hanging, and in case of priests caught in the act, being hung in a suspended cage until they starved to death.
Ugh. Priests wouldn't do this.
So back in the day when they wanted to get it on, they had to do it real secret-like.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? King Richard was a homosexual, a.k.a. the Lionheart.
I knew it.
It is rumored that he met his wife while in a sexual relationship with her brother. The future King Sancho of Navarre, it is also reported that he and King Philip II of France were sexually involved. And a historian of the time said that they ate from the same dish, and at night they slept in one bed and had a passionate love between them. And there's a thing about cod pieces that I'm not even going to bring up. But anyways.
Boom. So now we're going to reenact some of those things that he just talked about, including the punishment.
I actually brought an anal torture device. Jason, come here. Anal torture. Come here. I'm going to pull these out of your butt like I'm starting a lawnmower. Come on. I'll just put my foot up on your back and kind of...
All right.
Why was the door locked? I couldn't get out.
There's only one way out.
Okay.
And one way in.
So we've...
Bananas?
in a first episode.
Sodomy?
Same thing.
iPhone 3Gs.
Same thing. All the same thing. Please, first episode, if you have any ideas about themes...
Yes. Any ideas at all? Crazy or lame?
Feel free to keep them to yourself.
Yep. I don't want to hear about them.
Put them in the comments below.
Or don't.
Or don't. Whatever. And...
Rate, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Tell people about it. Don't tell people about our show.
Yeah, because we're embarrassed of ourselves.
We only want you to ask your grandma to watch our show because...
We're ashamed.
Yes. Don't knock over the nanners!